Hey there, my creative and curious friends. Today we're going to learn about and draw the incredible woolly mammoth. It was an ancient elephant that lived between 10 and 300,000 years ago when the Earth was going through multiple ice ages, meaning they lived in super cold, snowy weather, and their bodies were built perfectly for the environment. So the more we ask questions and learn about the mammoth, the easier it will be to draw. So let's go ahead and get started.
All you're going to need is a clean sheet of paper, a nice sharp pencil, an eraser, a dark marker or a pen, and of course, something to color with.
So as we know, the woolly mammoth was a really large animal. So we're gonna start with a large oval right here, not in the middle, but we're gonna move it off to the left here. Kind of like this. Maybe we'll adjust it, make it a little bit rounder. They got quite a big belly. And then we're gonna go and make another one for their head. And so that's why I wanted to leave some room over here. We're just gonna do it right about here. Now that we have these main shapes, we have the head, the body, let's go ahead and start connecting them. So I'm gonna go over here and add this little hump. It's interesting that when you see drawings of the woolly mammoth, you see it depicted with a big hump on the back. And that's what they thought was actually maybe a fat store, something like on a camel. You'd see the big hump that helps them get through when they don't have a lot of food that's available to them. That body can pull from the fat stores in that hump. Isn't that incredible? And then we'll go up from here. I kind of give it looks like a little hairdo right here. And that's going to be, if you look at the skeleton, you'll see on the top there, it has a bone that goes really high up. So we're going to leave room for that. Now we're not going to draw the fur yet, but we will. All right, so now we're going to go and connect this portion of the body to the head by just going right about here. All right, what do we have next? This doesn't look much like a mammoth, but it will, I promise. From here, let's go down to the feet. So I'm gonna go down a little bit, maybe like this. There we go. And then they're pretty thick, so I'm gonna go a little almost C shape right there. I'm gonna go straight down with it. Now I'm gonna try to figure out where the bottom is on this, and maybe I'll do a really faint line so I know where the ground is. That way the back legs can be on the same plane there, the same line. Let's do the back leg. Now it doesn't come straight off the butt here. It comes right over here and comes down like that, and then it'll drop back. It always kind of comes in. You'll see in a lot of mammals with 4 legs, it goes back in and then it goes out. All right, so now we're gonna do this big back leg, kind of a little to the opposite of this one. That'll come down and then we'll drop it down. Make sure they got kind of a thick foot. All right, so now we got the front leg, the back leg, and let's do the ones on the opposite side. Let's do that. So if they're gonna be on the opposite side, we'll erase this stuff right here. If this helps you to see what we're doing, these are the legs on the front. We'll erase those. There you go. So now you can see we're probably even good just to erase this. If it helps to go along the way and make some edits or just erase, feel free to do that. There we go. It's starting to come together. Let's draw a little line just a little bit higher to make it look like they're further away in the distance. Now that'll probably matter more for this other leg, but let's do this one. I'm gonna have it kick back a little bit like this, and maybe have it come down and then go up. All right, and then we'll do this one over here where it's gonna, if this one's stepping back, then the other one kind of needs to do that as well. So let's do that. Let's have this leg kind of taking a step back. So we'll do a line here, and then we'll make sure it's just as thick as this leg, right? So maybe you're right about there. Now you'll notice sometimes I get kind of scratchy with my lines. It's probably not the best habit, but for me, it helps me kind of get my ideas out really quickly before I commit to doing a perfectly straight line, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I think that looks pretty good. That's a good start for the legs. Now let's figure out this part, because this head looks really goofy. But I like to keep it there because it'll help you figure out where to put the next body part here. So if we're gonna go off the head, if we kept this curve right here, let's just make we'll go down it right here, and then we'll kind of come out for the trunk. And maybe we'll bring it back like this. That looks kind of cool. They do have really long, strong trunks. And then maybe I'll go, before I do the other side of the trunk, let's draw the mouth real quick. It's just gonna be right over here, little curve, and we'll have it come right off of there. A Looks a little happy little mammoth. And then from that point, we can just take that little corner right here, and we'll just use that to kind of help us establish the other side of our trunk. Now again, it's not perfect, so we can keep messing with it and fiddling with it until it's exactly what we want. And we'll draw the little, it's almost like a little extra hand that they have at the end. If you look really close at like an elephant's trunk, it's so cool. There's so many muscles inside these trunks. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I kind of want to have it be a little bit thicker at the top. Not a big deal. We got our eraser. And we'll go, oh yeah, I like that better. A little bit thicker. Oh, let's try and do, let's figure out where the eyes are going to be. And then we can start erasing some of this extra stuff because it's bothering me that it's still there. We'll do a little circle right here. Maybe we'll have them looking back. I always draw friendly animals. You can do it however you draw eyes. You want maybe really cute, adorable eyes, you can do that. If you want to do little tiny eyes, more realistic eyes, you can do that as well. Like I said, we're going to clean things up as we go. Let's erase some of this stuff right here. You'll see that we have, there we go. See, we don't need that anymore. And maybe this right here, this last line on the mouth. And if we need to clean that up, clean it up. Instead of just going straight over, we're going to kind of go like this. It's going to have a little line coming from that mouth to about right there. To me, the most iconic part of a woolly mammoth are those giant 15-foot long tusks. And so why did they have them that long? Scientists believe that's what they used to kind of push through the snow and be able to find plants and things to eat. And maybe to fend off predators. And then we're going to draw the big tusks. This is my favorite part. So don't hold back. Pull those tusks really far out. Remember, like we said, they are really, really big. Let's do the other side. When you're drawing these bigger shapes, sometimes my hand gets a little wobbly. Another reason why I like to do my sketching first. I make a lot of little mistakes along the way. But that helps you learn. It helps you figure out where everything's going to be, and then you don't have to feel like you're committed to anything quite yet. So now that the tusk is over top of this part of the trunk, we'll erase the lines right there. We'll try to give nice solid lines here. All right, so let's go ahead and draw these little ears. Now, when I think of elephants, I think of the big floppy ears, but with the woolly mammoth, they actually had little tiny ears, and that helped them from losing too much body heat. I'm gonna do a little line up here. We're gonna curve it back and then bring it back in. There we go. They're nice, tiny little, little ears for such a big animal. Let's do the tail next. Notice how we're not gonna touch the fur yet. The fur's the last thing I'm going to do. Maybe add little tufts of fur on just the tail, maybe. I want to draw the fur so bad. So maybe we'll just do it on the tail first. And then maybe the last detail we add before we go into all of the fur would probably just be adding their little toes. There we go. Awesome. Look at that. Now, even though I'm happy with my sketch, it does not look like a woolly mammoth because the woolly part, there's no fur. So let's go ahead and add the fur. Now, as we go into drawing our final lines with a dark marker or a pen, we can just draw over here and use the main sketches, our existing sketches, as a guide for when we do the fur. So I'll show you a little bit and then we can kind of fast forward through the rest. As we already know, they're built for cold weather, so their fur was like a giant winter jacket and they had a lot of fur. It kind of reminds me of a yak. I'll probably start by just doing something like this. That might be a little choppy right here. I'll just start going all the way down the back of our mammoth. Work our way back. And then I might just kind of fill in the rest of these lines. But then maybe even on this, let's do another part, like on the ear. You might go over, because the ears were really furry as well. And maybe we'll just kind of go like this. There we go. You can show there's a lot of fur in there. Maybe the head here, it looks like they have a big head of hair. So let's do that. They kind of remind me of a bison that way. Look at that. I think I've seen some kids walking around with this same haircut. Alrighty, now we're going to do maybe on the face, we'll do a little bit more. And that looks so much better. And then we can do the rest of the trunk. But you can already see it's starting to look like a mammoth now. Oh, it's starting to look good. I'll probably add a few more little details here. Maybe just here on the trunk. Like that. And then maybe a few more little spots of fur. I don't have to do the whole thing of fur. If you'd like to, you can. But I'm just going to add a little bit more fur, like right on the side here, to kind of imply that the whole body is covered in a ton of this stuff. Sometimes I like to go and draw really detailed, and I could draw all of it, or I can just draw some of it. I do that with fish scales and bird feathers. Helps me simplify it a little bit and make it look really, really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase these final lines underneath here that we did with pencil, and check this out. You can see the reveal of our finished woolly mammoth. All right, so all we have left is the really fun part, which is the coloring. And I think I am finished. What do you think? Was that fun or what? I started with, if you noticed, the light colors first, and then I worked my way and built up the darker colors. That way they could all show. And I really like how it turned out. But this isn't finished yet because I still have to sign my art. I'm gonna go ahead and put my signature right there, and I'm gonna name my woolly mammoth, I'm gonna name it after me. I'm gonna name it Brad. Well, thanks for drawing with me. Aren't woolly mammoths amazing? I hope you learned a lot and you had a lot of fun. If you haven't had enough and want to keep drawing, I have plenty of videos here on this channel that you can watch next. But just in case I don't see you in the next video, always remember, be brave, be creative, and most importantly, be you. You are going to love our new book, The Nature Explorer's Drawing Guide for Kids. It's full of interesting facts and step-by-step instructions for drawing all kinds of plants, insects, and animals, helpful art tips, and even blank nature journal pages in the back for you to go outside and make your own discoveries. Check it out for yourself. You can find it anywhere online where books are sold.